Hey, hey! Video number 2. I've got you propped up on a water bottle. Maybe I should get a tripod. I know, Snowballs to Snowflakes said that she got one for pretty cheap at, I believe she said Kmart. I'm not a Walmart shopper for personal reasons. Not to get political, but I've encountered things in my life, and Walmart doesn't go with my morals. Anyway, lots of people shop there. That's cool. It's your choice to make. Not going to say that you can and can't shop there. Anyway, but she said Kmart. So I think I'm gonna look into that, see if there's a nice cheap one. I am folding laundry. I really only had 2 pairs of pants left from when I did laundry last week. But they were left from when I did laundry last week. I'm wearing size 12 now. I was like a 12, 14. And now the 12s fit nicely and cup my booty right. And the 14s stretch out and do terrible things on not keeping my shape. So, I just noticed they put the shade cloth on the greenhouse. We're at like the end of summer and they just put the shade cloth on the greenhouse. Something popped into my head. I can't remember why I started this video. Doing laundry. Laundry's going. Changed my top. Haven't taken a shower from my walk yet. Maybe I'll do that at some point. I'll just get really close to the camera. What was I watching? So I was watching a Farmer Meemaw. It was from at least a month ago. She's talking about being motivated. And what gets her motivated. And she's a fly baby, which means somebody who follows the fly lady style cleaning stuff. So fly lady is FLY, stands for Finally Loving Yourself. Their big proponent is so the gal who started the program had a physical ailment happened, and some life things happened, and depression happened, and her house fell apart, and her life fell apart, and she needed to do something, but she couldn't just sit down and clean her entire house in a setting because of the physical part. And then also, if anybody's ever dealt with depression, it's so hard to convince yourself to get started. But that's how she picked using a timer and only cleaning for 15 minutes. She separated her house out into 5 zones, and each one of those zones had, I think it's like a week in each zone, and then each one of those days has something special that you do, like clean the floors or whatever, and then there's a weekly, like, touch everything. She calls it the home blessing. And some people do 15 minutes a day of the home blessing stuff. And some people pick a day of the week. Depends on what you have time for. And water bottle, moving that. So since I'm so motivated and Adderalled up, I really keep meaning to do this fly lady stuff, but one of the good things and one of the bad things about it is that it takes you a month to really get your whole house clean. If you do it by the program. Like, they say that there's nothing wrong. Well, they say not to do extra because you'll burn yourself out. It's kind of like when you start working out and you're like, oh, I'm going to do all the things. I'm taking up running, and I'm going to be on the elliptical, and I'm going to lift weights, and I'm going to do yoga. And that was just day 1. And then day 2, you're really sore. And then day 3 comes, and you're like, I have to do all that again. So that's kind of the point of it, is that it's a slow and steady process. You set a timer, you just work for the time, and when your timer is done, you're done with whatever it was that you were touching, even if you're not finished with it, if it's not a task complete. My teeth look yellow. So then, in order to complete your task, like, they use a bin system or a bag system, so wherever you're at when you're cleaning things, you have 3 spots. You can make piles or whatever you want to do, but they say bins or bags, and that's so that you have something that you can move around with you. And the 3 bins are garbage, giveaway, and put away. And so, like, as you're room to room to room to room, you just, is this garbage? Does it have a spot? Do I want to give it away? Or does it need to go into a different room? So that's kind of what you do. So you put things, and one thing that is a little bit hard, because some people follow a touch it once and be done with it, but for ADD that's very difficult, because you walk into another room and your brain resets like that. There's a thing about it's like doorway amnesia or something like that, and like when you walk through a doorway, unless you're very focused on what it was that you had going on, it's pretty easy to forget what you were doing. Like, have you ever walked into the kitchen and found yourself staring at the refrigerator and you're like, why am I here at the refrigerator? And it turns out you really just wanted a glass of water. Or you walk out of your bedroom and down the hall and you forget that you were headed to the bathroom. Maybe normal brains don't do that, but ADD does a lot. Unless it's causing, like, a physical sensation. That's pretty much the only way that I can really remember what I had going on. So yeah, since I'm motivated today, I am going to do as much as I can. I'm going to change out my bedding today. I think it's been a month. Gross or whatever. It's my honest spot. It's only me and my cat. I usually shower before I go to bed, so it's clean me going into bed. It's not like a month of dirty, sweaty me going into bed. Although you do sweat at night. I sweat at night. It is what it is. But, alright, so laundry's folded. I'm gonna go swap out my laundry, spin dry it, and prepare it to get rinsed. Actually, do you guys want a tour of that? Come on. Unplugged. Take you guys on a tour of how I do my laundry. I think I've showed my laundry before, but I don't know if I've showed the processes. See if we can find a spot to tuck you. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes, we can. I'm gonna take my, this is not a Fitbit. I got this, it's Provada. I got this through my work. So, that's fun. So, this is my drain tube. So when you spin it or you empty the thing, this is where it comes out of. I strap it on to my sink. So, yeah, I have to manually swap all of my laundry over. That's refreshing, actually. Other than the fact that it's got soap in it. Okay. Nothing like some cold water up to your armpits. I don't even know how warm it is right now because my thermal thingy died. Okay, so I do have that empty. Then you put this lid on it and make sure your load is level. And then, this will probably get loud. It spins everything really, really fast and gets everything quite dry. But it's on the wash cycle, so I still need to rinse it. And since I hang dry my stuff, I rinse it at least twice, normally. Because soap makes your clothes crunchy. Huh. So it looks crazy full. That's because the clothes aren't hydrated and they're not sinking. So there's how I have it set up on the sink. I'll show you guys how this is how you drain it. You turn this knobby. And this thing starts squirting water. So I just kind of